Hi folks, and welcome to another Yellow Bicycle Cafe lockdown kitchen. Hope you're keeping well out there and staying safe, staying home and looking after yourselves. Today a nice little short video, so make yourself a cup of tea, pour yourself a glass of wine, sit down. This is only going to take a few minutes, blink and you'll miss it. So what are we talking about today? It's asparagus season. Just starting in the UK, and this is the time of year where asparagus isn't cheap, so it is time to make it the focal point of a dish, and it's a treat. Today's dish is a nice simple brunch or supper. It is a one-pan asparagus, bacon and eggs. Let's just run around the ingredients. What we've got here, we've got some lovely streaky bacon. Now use whatever bacon you like. If you're not a big fan of the fat, go for some back bacon, doesn't matter. This has come from the wonderful guys just up the road where we get all of our pork from, at Story Pig, just outside Sherborne in Dorset. But wherever you're watching this from, all I would say is try and find your local farm, your local supplier, and use some nice high quality local. You don't need a lot of it, it goes a long way. So we'll get this going because it's the first thing that needs to go in the pan. And all I'm doing, I'm just cutting it in half purely so as it fits. There's nothing clever about that. It's not cut in half for a reason other than it fits in the pan. And it gives a little bit of background noise to the rest of what we're doing. So the bacon's going away, there's no oil in there, it's a nice dry pan, nice and hot, so the bacon starts to crisp up a little bit. Other ingredients, all we've got, asparagus. This is actually, it's not Dorset, I have to admit, this is from the Wye Valley, but it's new in season. It's popping up all over the place now. A little bit early this year because of the weather. Quite often we've got to wait till May till this starts coming out. As I said before, it is pricey right now, so make the most of it. And it, to my way of thinking, needs a really simple dish, so you don't mask it and it's allowed to speak for itself. So we've got some asparagus. We've got a couple of eggs, a little bit of lemon, and some cheese. This cheese, again, it's a local cheese. And I'm going to do another little plug here. This is a wonderful sheep's milk hard cheese from the guys at the Book and Bucket Cheese Company, who are in Cranbourne in Dorset. Now this is it's kind of a cross between a cheddar and a manchego, the Spanish cheese. But what you're looking for, and again I would just say use a nice local cheese, use a good one. You could use Parmesan if you don't want to go local, or any kind of hard cheese that you can, and we're going to use a peeler just to get some little slices off. So whatever your favourite cheese, you could use an Emmental or anything like that. And if you can find something local like we've got, do that. And then just some pepper, and just in case I need it, a little bit of olive oil. And that is it. So the bacon is probably ready to turn over. And cook this how you like it. If you like your bacon really crispy, give it a bit longer. If you don't, I'm a kind of midway kind of guy. Put it there. So the next thing that's going in is the asparagus. And I still think this is the best way to do it. There's arguments about how you do this. I just think hold it towards the end, give it a little snap, and that quite happily gets rid of the woody bits at the end, because you don't want to cook that bit. So I've just got 6 spears here to allow 3 per person. We're doing enough here for 2, because as I said, it's not necessarily a main meal, it's a nice light lunch or brunch or supper dish. And very simply, I'm leaving the bacon in there, it's a one pot. The asparagus is just going to go in, and it takes very little cooking. Now you can steam asparagus, you can roast it, you can put it in the pan like I'm doing here. It goes great on the barbecue as well. You probably just want to rub it with a little bit of oil to stop it sticking to your grill. But you can do so much with it. As the season goes on, as asparagus becomes cheaper, that then to me is the time to start using it as an ingredient in something. I mean, we're making quiches at the moment and people are saying, you're going to make an asparagus quiche. Yes, when the price goes down. Right at the moment, it's the main deal. It's the superstar of the dish. So this is so simple. It's doing its thing. The bacon is cooking away. We can move that just a little bit to the side of the pan. And the asparagus only takes a few minutes, and you'll see, if you can see down here, on the top of it, it's starting to sweat because the heat is cooking. It's like a lot of vegetables, it's a lot of water in there. It's starting to cook itself, and it really doesn't take long. Just getting a little bit of colour, and just keep turning it. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes on each turn, so if you're kind of turning it a quarter each time, you can see it's not going to take long. Because you want it to cook through, but it's still nice, I think, with a little bit of crunch in it. So, whilst it's still doing its thing there, we can move the bacon around to the edge. Let's just test that. A little bit of full, starting to soften. So, eggs. And I don't think I'm going to need the olive oil. This was the point. If the pan was looking a bit dry, a bit of olive oil, the eggs can go straight in. So we're not doing it with a soft boiled egg or a poached egg. This is a really simple. And as I say, there's enough in here for a quick lunch, brunch or supper for two. And it's all in one normal large size frying pan. So the bacon's doing its bit around the edge there. The asparagus is put. Doesn't matter if the egg's going on it. We're not doing fancy restaurant cooking here. This is a nice, simple £1 lunch. That's starting to soften nicely. Still with a bit of bite to it. Now for the pepper. Now the reason I'm not using any salt in this dish is the bacon. The bacon is putting salt into the pan. I don't need it. If I was doing this dish as a vegetarian dish without the bacon, I'd probably want to add a little bit of salt, because asparagus, a bit of cheese and the eggs on their own are delicious. And that really is going to be about it. Just waiting for those eggs to cook. Double checking the asparagus again. We're almost there. It really doesn't take long. They possibly want just another little turn. As I say, it doesn't matter that we're looking a little bit messy here. And that's not just me making an excuse because I made a mess. It really doesn't matter because we're looking at a £1 dish. I could have done this in 3 separate pans. There's no need. There's no need. So we are almost there. First thing I'm going to put on, because it's just about ready. And we'll plate up half of it because, as I said, this is enough for two for a nice light. So, a little bit of bacon on their plate. So much flavour in there because it's wonderful local bacon. And you can get fancy with this. 1, 2, 3 spears of asparagus on there. I'll take one of the eggs. I haven't even bothered bringing a spatula over because it doesn't matter. There we go, 1 egg tapped on top. I've taken this one because I've broken that one, you can see that. And then just to finish it, just a little squeeze of lemon juice just on the tips of the asparagus, just to give it a little bit of a lift. A few little shavings of the wonderful cheese. And a tiny little bit more pepper. And there we have it, folks. A very, very simple, with a little bit of nice crusty bread on the side or something. A really simple little dish. New season English asparagus, a nice local free range egg, some local bacon, and a few shavings of nice hard cheese, a little bit of pepper. Perfect brunch or lunch. Give it a go, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Done.